I am currently at Altenau in the Harz Mountains. Look, what a whopper. Great rig. At the Wohnmobilstellplatz Alter Bahnhof. So back there, we're going to go there in a second. You have the Alter Bahnhof, the old railway station. And this is where the tracks went from the train station to Clausthal-Zellerfeld. The Alter Bahnhof back in the days saw a railway station, then it was a restaurant, a little hotel. Now it is a Wohnmobilstellplatz, so a camping site, not really camping, it's just a place for mobile homes. You have all amenities. You have a shower and toilets. I didn't take a look at them. I will specifically do that tomorrow morning. You have everything for your grey and black water. So everything is here, and it's quite a quiet place. That is one main quality. And the people who took over, because it belonged to a Dutch guy whom I found extremely unfriendly. The guys who took over are very welcoming and make you really welcome from the first second. On this side you can go down to the center of Altenau. The street leading here, like many streets in the so-called Oberharz, are, I wouldn't say beyond repair, but not really great. For people with vans, camper vans and RVs, this is the place to be, I can tell you that. You can have walks with or without a dog for endless hours. Quite nice and level walking path. And in a couple of seconds I'm going to show you one of my favorite places at Altenau. In the Oberharz you never can go wrong. First of all, again, for all age groups, this is totally brilliant. And you have signs everywhere, so if you get lost, you should stay at home. And here we are at the place which I think is one of the most gorgeous ones at Altenau. The water in here was used for the mines, gold mines basically. The whole region really was the gold mine for the Duke of Braunschweig in the first place. Before the fall of the wall, the Harz region was very solicited by, first of all, people from Berlin, who were, well, closed in West Berlin. And the Harz Mountains were the first really nice region they could get to. Danish people from Sweden. And I used to live in Altenau between 2004 and 2020. First as a vacational residence up there. And then for 4 years, in a very brief period, I took my official first residence here. Altenau is divided into us down here and them up there. The Ferienpark Glockenberg, which you are seeing again there, was built in the 1970s, I think 1972 or 74, in the style of the times. As you can see, there is a little skyscraper, das Hochhaus, that used to be a hotel. Today it has been transformed into small apartments. The Borkenkäfer, the bark beetle, has ravaged the region. When I sold the apartment in 2020, this just had begun. Like, you see this very small valley with that little bit of water going there. This used to be trees and nothing but trees. It's very tragic. Still, the region is rather beautiful, and if ever you want to come to Germany, it is worth a visit. You will not be high in the mountains, but still high enough. The air is clear, it is very quiet, it is a wonderful place. And I was referring to the bus down here. near them up there, there was the distinction, or still is, the people who originate from Altenau are making between tourists and people owning an apartment at the Glockenberg and themselves. Now we are down there. This is where basically the people who have been born and raised here are living. Those houses are typical for the whole region. I could continue to the main street. I won't. First of all, I'm going into the direction of Der Glockenberg, where I had my apartment for a little bit more than 16 years. Yeah, groups of people having a nice walk. And again, on the left-hand side, you can see the results of the Berg, der Borkenkäfer. Yeah, it's a wild beast. Here we are arriving at like the middle part of Altenau. When I bought my apartment here, you could buy a house for like sometimes 6,000, 10,000 euros. Here's a real beautiful one. That one there, I think, still hasn't found an owner, which is sad. It used to be a hotel with discotheque and everything in the roaring 70s. On this side you have Der Kurpark. This way is leading down into the Bergstadt Altenau. Those are the typical houses. We are heading towards the town center, which is well, one level down, and towards the Protestant church in the typical Harz style. A very sweet, nice little church. So you can see there's one main street below, one here in the middle, and then way up you have Der Glockenberg, which used to be, well, just a little mountaintop with trees and nature. And then in the 70s they decided to make some money. Well, good or bad, it's there. And people are enjoying their life at the Ferienpark Glockenberg. And here, as I said, look, Danish flag. Probably Danish people who are living there. Right here I have to be on the lowest gear. I don't know how many times I went up here with my shopping. It is quite steep. There you have a footpath, so-called Glockenberg. The flag of Altenau, 3 red hands with hammers referring to the mining history. And very often in the Harz Mountains, I'm still out of breath, you're going to see things like this, also referring to the mining past. We are going towards the Ringstraße, which encircles the Ferienpark. There we are. With the Hochhaus, which used to be a hotel, restaurants, bowling alley, Kegelbahn rather, because we are in Germany, going to the right on the Ringstraße. Just moved the camera because I had to show the car behind me where I'm going. This is where I lived. Now, if you're not used to it, you could call the houses ugly, maybe. It's a 70s style, so well. There are 1,200 and some apartments. So it is one of the hugest, biggest vacation parks in Germany. I have not been here for a while, so we're going around the Ferien Park. That thing had everything, like these are garages, which are sold. Catholic Church. Altenau used to have an ice skating track and a Wellenbad, an indoor pool with waves until the late 1990s, and then an investor bought the whole thing and started the Sauna, Therme, heißer Brocken, so saunas, Turkish bath, all kinds of nice amenities to relax. The same investor bought all the restaurants, which were empty. Behind me there was a Chinese restaurant. This used to be a huge pub with restaurant. The man has died by now. His son has taken over the business, but he bought all of this. Down here you had the Kegel Center in the basement, but he didn't keep his promise to do a renovation of everything. It's just empty like it was before. And this is the inner yard of the Ferien Park. Except at the 31st of December, when people really party in Germany, this is a rather quiet and nice place. But as you can see, we are somehow stuck in the 70s here. Look at that stylish 1970s waterfall. I really don't know what the Altenauers thought about the thing when it was built, but it has brought money to Altenau. So quite some people born and raised here have made quite some money with the tourists, and they still do. The Harz was hugely unpopular after the fall of the wall. People preferred to go to Eastern Germany. But it has become very popular again due to the COVID measures in Germany. And by the way, that was my living room and that was my study. That was my terrace. So that was my terrace and that was my apartment. I planted those trees around 2005, 2006, because I was really bothered by being confronted with that parking space. People who would watch me. It's the parking space. That's the one that belongs to my ex-house, and that again is my apartment. And by now, the people who have bought it can have a nice breakfast or whatever on that terrace without being bothered by the onlookers. That used to be also part of the Ferien Park. On the first floor, that was the Festsaal. Quite big for hundreds of people. And I had another apartment here, which I had bought when prices were really low for like, I think, 6,000 euros. That's the one, that one. I sold it then about 10 years later for 15,000. During a long time I didn't have a car, I just had motorbikes, and this is where I parked them whenever I came to Altenau. That was very convenient, an unpaid garage, and yeah, that's me. Hello people. And take a look at that beautiful lady. Well, I think he doesn't know that he can park his car there in the unpaid garage, a R100 RS. Quite a beaut, that is. There's no one around I would know, so let's head toward the center of town. I will leave that uncommented because it will go downhill quite quickly, so no comments from my side. Not far from here you have the Bergstadt, one of the biggest barrages in water reservoirs of Lower Saxony. And downhill we go. I leave this uncommented. I have to concentrate on the road. There's quite some traffic. Tomorrow, no, on Tuesday, it'll be the day of German Unity, Tag der Deutschen Einheit, and there are quite some people around. Yay! Into the town center. Altenau has its own brewery. This is, at least in my opinion, the best restaurant in town, Klippengrill. Very small, but really, really good. And as you can see, Altenau is not that big. Germans love their cake and ice cream. And we are arriving at the center of town with the Cafe Parkhouse, cafe and restaurant. Some people on the terraces. And here we are. They do have very lovely spots at Altenau. Eile mit Weile, they say. Take it easy, take a break. And I want to show you also the Kräuter Park Altenau, which is the biggest Kräuter Park, herbs and spices in the world apparently, or Europe. It is a great initiative. Well, I do know that the founder of this wonderful initiative had passed away a couple of years ago of lung cancer. Was a very knowledgeable and far-traveled man who had gathered knowledge about all the good stuff in the world. Bettina Beimel, I think that was his wife, took over, but she gave up. That might be the COVID politics, that might be, well, that you need quite some knowledge. But she says in autumn 2023 there will be a new management. I can't see that right now, and it would be a huge loss for the region. Anyways, it was part of Harzer highlights, the highlights of the Harz. They were members. A great thing. I'm really sad to see that this one way or the other didn't work out. They had a lovely shop with so many good things, teas, herbs, everything. I'm rather sad. This building was in disrepair during a very long time. Very fortunately, someone bought it about 6-7 years ago, and he restorated the whole thing. Must have cost him a fortune. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe was staying here when he traveled the Harz Mountains, and it is now the Goethe house. Rather beautiful, rather nice. Thank you very much to the gentleman who renovated it. Nice fountain, 1970s style, and in the background, like in most German cities, Denkmal, a monument for the fallen of the World War. Very particular, the Wurzels, so nice. Those little guys, very lovely, with some advice about life on them. And the whole story of Goethe when he marched up the Brocken, which is the highest point of the Harz, 1,141 meters. That's the building I showed you before, and that's the man. Something about the people living at Altenau. The Altenauer were like all people living in mountainous regions. Even if the mountains are not very high, they are quite stubborn people. Not necessarily negative, but like concerning the guy who started the Kräutergarten, they laughed about him. It was a real success. Very unfortunately died, but we all have to die at a certain point. And also those Wurzels somehow are his gift to the town. Sitting in a small terrace where I used to go when I lived here quite a lot. Seeing and not be seen. Here we are having the Kurpark of Altenau. Wohin du auch gehst, geh mit deinem Herzen. Wherever you go, go with your heart, with all of your heart, which I'm going to do in 29 days. And this is again a walk down memory lane, Kurpark of Altenau. Small one, but nice one. We have a pavilion for concerts, which is quite nice. Beneath this one, there is a parking garage, rather big one. The Bergstädte in the region, well, I would call it a competition they had, who has the nicest kurhaus. And this one is very nice. This I find particularly nice. Next to the small fountain, we have a Kiepenfrau. That is the Frau, that is the keeper. The keeper is like a carrying device, and it is about the women of the area who had a very hard life hundreds of years ago. Today it is a little bit less harsh on people. And there, I see it right now, that must be relatively new. Isn't that nice? A heart. Listen to your heart. Wonderful. Very particular is the Holzschnitzerei Meyer. Wood carvings Meyer. Meyer being a villa. Anyways, typical German name. They have an exposition. Mr. Meyer, who founded this, was a wood carver. They have a lovely exposition. Look at those fire brigade cars, wood carvings of the Harz Mountains. Really gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful. Look at the lady. Zzz. and the exposition is called Wonders in Wood. I can recommend it. It is just marvelous. And hello again. Like I said in Braunschweig concerning the Horten building, like I said in Goslar concerning the Karstadt building, not everything is golden and shiny. Well, the school, it's not about the school that it would be ugly or something. No, it isn't. It's a rather nice building in the Harz style. But anyways, Germany and the Germans on the brink of desperation. They're going to disappear at a certain point. Together with the Chinese and Italians, they are a dying species. This school, still in the 70s, 60s anyways, was full of life, full of children and young people who lived here at Altenau. The young people are leaving the region, and well, this school is empty for decades now. It's quite tragic. Quite some people around. For those of you who have been to Germany already, well, you will know it. For the others, I will tell you, Germany is a beautiful country. The Germans can be lovely people. The Harz Mountains are extremely beautiful, even with that damage that has been done by those bugs. It'll be as nice as it was in no time at all, because Germans are very good at repairing damages. That I can promise. Germany used to be a cheap country. Restaurants and everything, that is not the case anymore. So that might be a warning for those who are seeking a vacation which is low cost. The schnitzel that I had yesterday brought me back €21.50, staggering €21.50. 3 or 4 years ago, it would have cost me maybe €12. So the prices have gone through the roof in Germany. That is not so nice, but well, that's the way things are in the Western world. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed what I'm doing, please leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. That would be very lovely from you. Yeah, by the way, my English was particularly terrible today. Don't know why, but that happens.